So yesterday, to recap to the yesterday's activities, yesterday we discussed about the how to calculate the stack.xml file for the SAP upgrades. Then once you calculate the stack.xml file, how to download the files using the download manager. Then how to perform the other mandatory prerequisite action like field update records, open transports, this and all the things, and so extracting the sum tool, these things we discussed, right? So now how to start the sum tool here. We need to log into the application server host. Okay, we need to log into the application server host. From there, we need to start the sum tool. So SWPM tool we know. So we directly double click on the SWPM tool. So it will open, right? So but sum tool starting is different here, different procedure. So okay, sum tool starting procedure is the different procedure here. So what we have to do in that case, we need to. So yesterday we have extracted the files. You see, all the 15,000 files got extracted in the sum tool here, right? So to start the sum tool here, what we have to do? So to start the sum tool, so we need to log into the system. Okay. So here we have the patches here. USR, SAP, then NW1. We have the patches are there here. Patches, including XML file also available here. Including XML file also we have available here. So what we are going to do? We are going to update the components in using the sum tool here. For this one, so log into the open the command prompt mode. Why? Because we need to start the sum tool here. Right click and so run as a administrator. Run the command prompt mode. Open the command prompt in the so open CMD in the CMD in admin mode. Admin mode you have to open. Then navigate to the CD/USR SAP NW1. Then so sum tool. Then ABAP folder. You can navigate it. Then execute the command called the sum start space config. So config the host agent config host agent space SID. Config host agent space SID. So these are the things we have to provide it here. So then some will generate the URL. So then this URL we have to open in the browser. So this is the steps we have to start it here, right? So now our SCP installed on the E drive. Then here we can go with the, so where is that? So USR SAP SID. So we can go to the USR SAP, then SID here. SID means NW1 system, then some tool, then ABAP folder here. So here we have the binaries are there. So these binaries we need to start it here. Either Windows or Linux, same procedure here. So then some start. So some start space config host agent space then NW1 system. Okay, the SID we have to provide it here. The SID we have to, so we have to use it here. So yes, so we can also kernel also we can update it using the sum tool also here, but not as dedicated kernel upgrade. Along with the patches, your kernel also will be updated here, right? So then click on the enter button so that this will start the, it will start it, it will generate the URL here. See, it is started. So then, so it is host agent, it is connecting to the host agent. There is a config host agent, which means so the sum tool is connecting to the host agent. Then we need to open the URL. So this is the URL of the sum tool. Sum tool here. This is the URL of the sum tool here. So there is a port number is called the 1129. So for the SWPM 42, what is the port number for the SWPM tool? What is the port number for the SWPM tool? Just open the port number for the SWPM tool. 4237. Oh my God. So then I can So open the URL here. So we need to open the URL, but SWPM, it will automatically open the URL in the browser. But some tool, we need to start it, then open the URL in the browser here. We need to open the URL from the browser. We have to manually open the URL from the browser here. That's what we have to do it in the systems here. So here, let me check here. So why? Because I am opening the some tool from outside of the system. So let me check the firewall. In the firewall, the port is configured or not. Otherwise, you may get if the firewall is not allowed, then you may face the issues here. So it will not be able to open. So firewall inbound rules, there is a ports in the inbound rule. We need to enable the port here, inbound port, we have to enable it. Otherwise, because I am not connecting in the server, outside of the server, our gem server, I am using to connect it here. So this inbound port should be active. So 1128 and 29. So this port I have configured. So it should work. It should work here. It should work now. So then, yes. So some tool is getting started here. Some 2.0 SP10. So this is getting started here, right? So some tool is connecting to the our SAP backend system here. This is the some screen here. So here the first step is itself only. So welcome to this is the welcome screen of the some upgrade manager. So here the scenario we have to use the stack configuration file, which means the sum tool, the first step itself, stack configuration file, we need to choose it here. Stack configuration file, we have to provide it here. So without stack configuration file, you cannot proceed further, right? So specify the valid file name. So that is the reason the step one itself, starting of the step one itself, we discussed about the how to configure how to generate the stack.xml file, right? That we have seen. Now you can just do whatever the file you downloaded, you move it to the application server level. Just to go to that path here, right? So go to that path here. So there you can just select the stack.xml file. Just click on the next button here. Just click on the next button here, right? So here, are you going to do any migration? No. If you want to do the migration, you need to select the SAP HANA or Sybase. So we are just only updating our SAP system from one version to the another version we are doing. So here you will see the three types of scenario strategies here: single, standard, and downtime. Single, standard, and downtime optimized scenario. So what is meant by scenario strategy here? This is the SAP introduced in the sum tool with the shadow system concept, with the shadow system concept here. So here single means there is no shadow system. Actually, what is this shadow system concept is to minimize the downtime on the main system. We have the shadow system concept here, right? So there are the three types of scenarios here: single, standard. Example, high level, if I give it now, what will happen? So this is the your main system. Okay, so let's take the example. This is your Windows host. On this Windows host, you are going to upgrade your SAP system. Then this is the database here. In the database, we have the repository and we have the application tables are available in the database level here, right? Here SAP is running on the kernel. So this is the your NW1 original NW1 system, original, right? So this is the repository, and this is the application table, app tables here. This is the application tables are here. Repository and application tables are here, right? That is the one thing here, right? Application tables and everything. So this is connected to this is the one here, right? So this is the one here. So now what you have done it, your customer asked you to do the upgrade, right? Then using the sum tool you have at OS level, you have extracted, then host agent, then via sum tool, So this sum tool will connect to the host agent. This host agent is connected to the your SAP system here, right? Sum tool. This is the your sum tool, and this is the host agent. Sum tool and host agent here. So sum tool is connected to the HA and host agent. Then host agent connected to the SAP system here. Sum tool will not directly talk to the your main SAP system here. Sum tool will not directly talk to the SAP system via host agent only. It is connected. That is the reason we have given the sum tool, sum start config host agent and SID we have given, right? So meanwhile, what I will do while discussing this topic, I will go with the standard. Then I will go to the next step and I will explain it. What is this concept? Why? Because in these phases, it will take some time. Then click on the next button. So then we will get the roadmap steps here. It will ask the, so these are the some roadmap steps here. These are the some roadmap steps here. So there are the extraction, configuration, checks, pre-processing, execution, post-processing steps here. So the extraction phase, first step here, we need to provide the, so passwords of the 000 client passwords, we have to provide it here. Then click on the next button. So let's see whether the passwords are correct. Then it will scan the download directory here. Okay. Whatever the patches are there in the download directory, it will scan it. So meanwhile, so let's talk about this part here. Okay. So where we are in the sum tool we started. It is connected to the host agent. It will register into the here. Sum tool connected to the your backend SAP system here via host agent here. So you have the option scenario, single system and standard and downtime optimized. They are the three scenarios you have. Single means some will directly upgrade your main system. There is a longer downtime. Why? Because directly it is updating in the system, longer downtime here. But SAP also introduced the one concept is called the SAP also introduced the one concept is called the shadow system concept. Shadow. Compared to our main original system, SAP will create the one shadow system on the application server level. Same to same symptoms, same size, same one shadow and shadow repository will be created. Then shadow system will be started. This is a shadow. Main compared to the main system, your so NW1 SHD shadow will be created. Then shadow repository SHD the repository will be created here. SHD repository will be created here, right? So then some tool instead of updating the main system directly, first it will update the shadow system here. Okay, it will copy the data to the main to here. Then first it will update the shadow system first. It will update the shadow first. Why? Because it will not touch the main system. Why? It will only just check the pre-checks and everything, but main system will be upgraded first. Shadow will be upgraded first. So, but here users can log in and they can do the transactions and everything. So while Shadow is getting upgraded. In one of the phase here, where we have one of the phases here. So here we can see one of the phase like execution phase is the downtime phase here. Execution phase is the downtime phase. In the downtime phase, execution phase is the downtime phase. In the downtime phase, our main system will be down, then data will be copied to the shadow to main system will be copied. So which means managed downtime. We can also manage the downtime activity. But when you are actually doing in the main system, you cannot manage it here. Downtime activities are very more here. But here, first of all, everything is getting upgraded in the shadow system. You can validate it. Then during the weekend, just you can click on the next button. Then downtime will be started and the downtime activities will be started. The main system will be down. Only data copy will happen to the shadow to main system. So here, downtime activities are reducing here, right? So that's the plan of the shadow system concept here. So parallel to our main system, shadow system is created here. Then shadow will be upgraded. Then data copy will happen to the shadow to main system. Then shadow will be deleted by the sum tool. Then the main system is upgraded.
Typically, how long does the shadow system gets created and loaded with data?
So
Is there any data or is it just the changes?
yeah, first of all, it will create
Just
the
the
empty
repository.
empty system. Then only after that it will copy the repository data to from original to main system. The cloning will happen. Once the cloning is happen, by the time so this repository, shadow repository same, shadow system is started, then shadow system will be upgraded next point. Once Shadow is upgraded, everything is done. Then we have the SPDD phases. Then after that, SPAU phases. I will explain it just to overview what is the concept of the scenario here. So single, standard, downtime optimized. In the single, there is no shadow concept here. But standard and downtime optimized, there is a shadow concept. But standard also with minimum resources, minimum operating system memory and resources. So your process will do the shadow work here. But advanced configuration, downtime optimized means more process will do the work and the downtime activities also will be reduced if it is the high priority systems, banking sector systems. So they will not allow the much downtime, right? So that time we can uplift the memory and everything. Then we can increase the resources so they can complete the work in the quickly. Instead of 10 process, if you increase the 20 process, then 20 process will do the work parallelly. The work will be completed soon. That kind of things. Okay. So this is the shadow system concept. That's why we chosen the standard system, standard resources. Everybody will use the standard only. So that's why we use the standard system. This is the some version here, but we are proceeding with the roadmap step of the extraction phase here. But here some created there is a one error does not fit the current system here. If you go to the logs here, there is a one log file here. So we keep on updating our system components, right? So these and all the things are matching here when it comes to the your SAP UI release 0, but there is a 1 in the system. SAP UI release and STPI version also here. STPI version also is does not match, which means when you generated the stack.xml file, that time your when you generate the stack.xml file, so that time your patches version is different. Now there are the multiple people. We are doing the upgrade of our components and everything. We are doing the practice, right? So let's see the what is the value now. The NW1 system. So XML file generated. While generating the XML file, we have the SP levels. The patch levels are different. Now the patch levels are different here, right? So that is the reason. So now patch levels 001 only. What happened again? Okay, you guys are updated the ECD, right? So that may be the reason. Okay, that might be the reason. So that got updated. Here, is it the spam consistency status or something? Okay, spam is updated. Fine. Spam is clear now. Okay, spam is fine. The only thing is the component version is not matching. Something like here. So SAP underscore UI, this should be 000, but here it's a 001 UI component. That is the reason it's not matching here. So now what I'm going to do, I am manually do the adjustments in the XML file here. Again, generating the XML file, so that is fine. But so I'm going to do the manual adjustments here. Manual adjustments here. So here SAP underscore UI file, the XML file manual edit, we have to do that one now here. So there is a SAP underscore UI. So the component version here 0001 only there. Then one is there here. Hmm. One only there. Why it is giving the error? You see here error message. So this is the sum screen. We have the task list, which task it is executing, and what is the logs here. We can see the logs here. There is a select each phase. There is a log file will be generated. Select stack XML. Select stack XML file here. So here, what's happening here? So let's see. So these components, everything is matching. STPI, okay, everything is okay. So, but see here, component SAP UI release is 00 from XML file. So, but in the differs from the 001 in the source system. In the system, we have 001, but in the XML file, it is showing like 0000. So there is a differs. There is a wrong, right? So then that wrong now we need to correct it here. That wrong, so we have to correct it here, where that wrong is there here. Let me repeat once again. Sometimes what happens, so if you repeat once similar side, then again same error here. So there is a wrong in the XML file here. So that we need to find out and we need to regenerate the XML file, or we need to recalculate it here. Maybe this is the one, I think. Maybe this is the one here. So 000. We need to update this to the one here, right? So this is the one here. So now what I'm going to do? So I'm going to select this component. So manual adjustments here. But this is not the, that is the ST, that where we have done that one in the ECD system, right? We have updated. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Okay, ECD only, I think we have done it. Okay, I'm going to edit the XML file here, but this is XML file. Okay, so carefully we have to edit the all the things here. So where we have 0000. Normally, this is not the recommended approach. Yeah, this is the one. One. Since again to download and everything, that's why we're downloading. So let's try to refresh once again. And we have the 001 is there now. Okay. So I updated the XML file manually. So manually, I have updated the XML file here.
Is that the only SAP UI entry in there?
Yeah, only UI5 component is mismatching compared to the
No, no, I'm
SAP
saying,
system.
is that only one entry? I thought there was
Yeah,
like more than SAP.
multiple entries, but only one entry, it will show the patch levels.
Okay. That was the only one that was showing that
Yeah.
like zero.
I manually edit it. Just click on the next button. So let's see whether this phase will go out. Yes, this phase went out. Means it's validated. All the patches are validated. Now it's going to the next step here. Next step. It's going to the next step here. So now kernel. So now kernels are copying. In the extraction phase itself, copying the kernel from the main system to the NW1 ABAP exe. Why? Because you opted like a shadow system creation standard. Then shadow system creation means some tool will do the shadow system creation. You no need to do. For that one, kernel is required, right? So that kernel is getting copied from so main system, main kernel to the so shadow kernel. So shadow system preparation activities are getting started in the extraction phase itself only. Extraction phase itself only here. It is starting. So it is doing the activities here. So you can directly open this URL from your gem servers. So it works. Okay. So it works here. So then see here shadow and IGS files. So everything is copying now here. Everything is getting copied here. So in the main, in the extraction phase, what will happen in the extraction phase? It will extract the all the, it will scan the, first of all, the patches which you have in the system which you have in the download directory. You have the download directory where you have all the patches. So it will scan it. Okay, whether these patches are correctly or in the system, the both are matching or not. In the XML file, you have the one patch version. In the system, if you have the one patch version, if the both are differs, then definitely it will throw the error. Same thing is happened here. So the time of XML file you generated, then after that, now you are doing the patching, so then there is a gap in between. Some of one of your team members updated the one of the component version to the higher level. But in the XML file, when you generated, that is in the lower level. So it is differing, right? It differs. So in that case, through definitely XML system will throw the dump error. So now it got some tool thrown the dump. So then now we corrected the XML file manually, but we should not do it manually actually. So why? Because we have to recalculate the XML file. So but recalculation also it's same, right? So that's why. So just to avoid the to avoid the time. So then I just manually edited the XML file. I went to the next step here. Went to the next step here. So it is moving to the next steps here, right? It is going to the next step here. So in the extraction, it will scan the all the patches, verify the your system status component. It will extract the all the patches. Then it will go to the configuration phase here. When the system is going from extraction to configuration, it will ask the your confirmation. But within the extraction, there are the multiple number of steps that won't ask you for your confirmation. It will go to the next step, next step. You don't need to do anything. Just you need to watch the screen. But when the extraction is completed, when it's going to the configuration, that time it will ask the user confirmation. I, I have completed the extraction step. So then please proceed with the configuration by clicking the next button. Then you need to go to the configuration, then checks, then pre-processing, like that. So planned wise, this is the phase where we can system will go down, execution phase. So this is called the downtime phase also. So normally in the business scenario, in the real-time systems, up to pre-processing, people will run the up to pre-processing, people run the phases in the uptime. Then this is a downtime phase. Then when we don't have much business, that time they will do the activities in the execution phase. Execution phase, they will run it here. That's what they will happen in the systems here. Okay. So that is the one. Okay. So that is the one thing here. Okay, again we got the error, TP errors here. What is the error here? You see, so errors, because this is extensively used these systems. There is a one program cancelled dump, program cancelled dump. Now we need to check in the our ST22. Are there any dumps? Oh my God, lot of dumps in the systems. What is this error? Lot of dumps are generating in the systems. File open mode. What is this? RSVP rev is not open. Timeouts. 63 runtime errors. Oh my, what is happening in the system? PDIC. There is a program has been terminated. There is a program error. So why this job got terminated? So if you go to the SM37, so in the DDIC, there are the cancelled jobs. RS, this is the one. Why this got cancelled? There is a Y impact RG. What is this? Mass activation. Internal session terminated. Non-exist routine. So there is a runtime errors. Illegal form. Oh my God, what is that? How to correct the error? So there is a error. Now we need to fix this runtime error. How to correct the error information where it got occurred here. It load DDIC. Illegal form occurred during the existing tables. What is this tables? So this is a purely development system. Many things are happening, right? So that's why something is happened in the system. So that's why we see the lot of errors in the system. See lot of errors in the system. So here Job which is terminated. Job which is terminated. Exit code to, well, what happened? Double click in the S137. Okay. Tool import log file. Mhm. Yeah, really, we have to fix this error now. So 000 DDIC. So let me check error. Any developments already begun. STP1 FM information on where it is corrected. Job name DDIC exception. Source code extract. Application calls. There is a program error. Legal form. So let's try to search in the knowledge base article with this program. We will get the maybe SAP delivered already fix or not. We will come to know here. Let's go to search it in the SAP market. So if you Google it, we'll get the some errors here. So program not found. So we have one note here, but the program is different here. The info call. I think this is the one. Okay, this is the one. Occurs when creating the new condition type. But above program is different. The program is different. You need to check. Not all the things are correct. So the program is correct. SDB1 FMSS. So that is the program name. So this is not the correct one. Let's check this one. So we need to check the correct program name here. Report. Edited the initial field X. Initial field S. There are a lot of notes are available SAP marketplace. This is also not related to this. From not found. Some tool error. There is a cell problem. Can you find out the internal table which you selected the role, field name? Okay. So we have the community answers are there. So if you follow the SAP community answers, sometimes we will fix the issues or we will get the some clues what happened and how to fix it out. So you will get the some clues here. So based on that, we can fix the issues here. So now our program is different actually. Above program, illegal form is different here. So we need to check based upon the program. Eleven table display. Above program. Then code illegals. Code DD012 not activated. Name tab. SQL error not supported. The error occurred definition of program include existing table. So what exactly point 11 on 37 in the foreground? In the foreground, 137 line, 137. Okay. There is a 137 DB tab, table name. Okay. This is the report. This is the foreground. So here, what exactly happened here? This is the foreground actually. Does not have any active version. Okay. Inactive version. Inactive version. Okay. This is the table. Shadow correction. So not available bot. Okay, bit ZDM, bit systems. So let me run one report. RS RSEPGRES. Because sometimes what happens, there is a previously abnormal errors. So that time it will throw the some errors. Previously we executed some upgrades. So that will abnormally it is ended. So right. So now so let's try to rerun it again. We'll import the eight aborted activities summarized in the fail ELZ. Okay. So what that activities here? So if I open this one, program error, activation of the DD objects. Okay. Activation of the objects, DD objects. Activation of the objects not found. Okay. What is this? Temporary log file is not found in the here objects. Activation of the data dictionary objects. So there is a some object activation error. What is this activation error? So something wrong somewhere. Not found. Yes, recipe prompts used instead. Okay, activation of the object level. They are the 335 objects retrieving call function non-existence. But what object activation errors we have? So they are the objects. You see here, 8 tasks. Okay. Here, DTEL, and this is the one. TABL, this is the one. So what is this forms? Maybe developer knows on these things. DTEL, DTEL. This table. What is this table? Mhm. Yeah, there is a error. Even table data also not getting displayed. Buff program error. Yeah, we have to fix this error, this dump. So try from your side. I will also try from my side. So what causing the issue? So if not working in this system, then we need to do it in the ECD system. ECD. D for development, we have to perform it in the ECD system. So that is the last option here. But so let's find out. There is some challenging task this one. So let's see who will fix this issue. Who is the topper of your team? Okay. So your assignment is you need to fix this issue. This dumps you need to fix it out. There is a program error, program error. Even I will try it, don't worry. So you can also try from your end. So what causing the issue and everything. Okay. So that's what you have to do it. Even I will also try it, don't worry. But it's a very challenging task. So you need to try from your side. So I will also try. So maybe you need to Google it or so check in the SAP marketplace. So then you will come to know that these things,
It's
right?
talking about DD object. Is that data dictionary objects? Is
Yeah,
that really?
something. Yeah, there's something like it's saying that data dictionary objects only. So there is
So
a program.
there's a transaction called SE14. I don't know if that's ever used database utility for repairing inconsistency in data. Is that something that you ever recall using from your end?
No.
Okay, just curious, I guess.
Yeah. We need to check all the ways. So in a SEAT also the repository object browser table here also there is a so we can check the inactive objects in the anything in the system. So I don't see any inactive objects in the system. So then so what objects, what class it is referring. So what web pro application or anything. So we need to check all the ways, all the areas we have to check it out. Finally, we need to fix the issue. That is the main thing. If you want to Google it, you can Google it. But thing is, we need to check. The only thing is we perform the kernel upgrade that we have done it, nothing apart from that. After the kernel upgrade only, we are facing the lot of dumps are coming, right? If I recollect correctly, after the kernel upgrade only, is it kernel upgrade? Uh, that we have to check. But anyhow, we'll see. We'll fix it out. So try everybody from your side, whatever the possible ways you have to fix the error. Then if you find out some solution or something, just ping in the group so that others also aware of why we are getting lot of dumps, lot of errors we are facing, why we are getting. So just ping in the group so that others also aware of. So in case they face this type of issues, then what? Then once done, then we can resume the our some upgrade related activities and everything. Okay. So just try from your side. So once fix it out, just click on the next button. We'll see the what will happen in the next steps and everything. I will explain it and some overview section, but we need to progress the activities. I will also try from my side today. If I find some solution, so then definitely I will let you know so that you guys can take a records like what happened, this type of issues. Well, because tomorrow they will ask you. So did you face any errors and how do you fix that error, that type of things. So if you find out some troubleshooting now, you can figure it out. Okay. So just try from your side and let's see who will fix that issue. So that person is the topper of your batch. Okay.